The U.S. launching deadly Christmas Day strikes on ISIS targets in Africa. New video from the War Department showing those missiles headed towards Nigeria. Military officials confirming multiple members of ISIS were killed, and President Trump warns more attacks could come in the near future. NewsNation's Hannah Brandt has the latest from the White House. Hannah, good evening. Good morning.
Yeah, Nick, good morning. President Trump announced the news of those strikes on his Truth Social, as he often does with big news like this. The president says he ordered the attack on the ISIS terrorists because they've been targeting and killing Christians in the country. Now, the War Department did release that new video you showed. You're seeing it again on your screen here overnight of the missiles being launched. And in a statement, U.S. African Command also said the attack killed multiple members of ISIS. This is an issue we've actually heard President Trump talk a lot about in recent weeks. He's even suggesting there could be more to come, saying, quote, "Merry Christmas to all, including the dead terrorists, of which there will be many more if their slaughter of Christians continues." And these strikes happening just days after hundreds of children who were abducted from a Catholic school in Nigeria were released and reunited with their families. 130 students and 12 teachers in all set free on Wednesday after more than a month in captivity. The students, most of whom were between the ages of 10 and 17, were kidnapped from St. Mary's Catholic School just before Thanksgiving. Now, a War Department official does say the U.S. worked with the government of Nigeria to carry out those Christmas strikes. U.S. officials, though, did not share exactly how many ISIS terrorists were killed in the strikes, or really any more information about the logistics of the military action. Nick?
And Hannah, let's not forget that the president's team says that they remain focused on ending that war in Ukraine. There were new developments overnight.
That's right. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says this morning he's agreed to meet with President Trump in the near future. That could happen in the next few days. And Zelensky added that a lot could be decided before the new year, which is really coming up on us, less than a week away. Now, this all comes after President Zelensky said he had a good conversation just yesterday on Christmas with U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. They've been leading the peace process from the U.S. end, and Zelensky says they talked about how to bring a real peace closer. But as the U.S. tries to broker that peace, the fighting is continuing. Ukraine's foreign minister says Russian bombing on Christmas night killed and injured Ukrainians in Odessa, Kharkiv, and Chernihiv. And Ukraine launched British Storm Shadow missiles, and drones at several Russia oil and gas facilities. So a lot of back and forth attacks there. Now, a bipartisan group of senators did condemn Russia's deadly strikes. They put out a statement where they called Putin a ruthless murderer who they say has no interest in peace and cannot be trusted. Nick?
Hannah Brandt live this morning at the White House. Hannah, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.